Understanding female psychology, building better connections with women. Hey, welcome to today's video. Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial for any man who's serious about improving his dating life, his relationships, and his overall understanding of women. We're going to talk about understanding female psychology, what she's really thinking. Now, before you jump to conclusions or think this is just about decoding women or trying to play mind games, let me assure you, this is about gaining a deeper, more mature perspective on how women think and what drives them. Whether you're looking to improve your relationships or become more effective in your dating life, understanding female psychology can give you the edge that sets you apart from the crowd. We'll cover a lot of ground in this video. Everything from the fundamental differences between men and women in terms of biology and psychology, to emotional triggers, attraction, and how you can use this knowledge to build stronger connections with women. I'll be sharing personal stories from my own life and lessons that took me years to learn, many of which I wish I had known earlier in my journey. Stick around until the end, because I'll reveal the #1 secret to truly understanding female psychology, a game-changing insight that can make all the difference in how you interact with women and how they respond to you. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. So grab a seat, take notes if you have to, and let's get started. Let's start by acknowledging the obvious. Men and women are different. And I'm not just talking about physical traits or societal roles, but the deep-rooted biological and psychological differences that influence how we think, feel, and behave. First, the biological aspect. Men and women's brains are wired differently, and that's a fact. Men tend to be more logical, often approaching problems in a direct, solution-oriented way. Women, on the other hand, tend to be more intuitive, with a greater ability to process emotions and pay attention to subtle social cues. These differences influence everything, from the way we communicate to how we respond to challenges and stress. One key area where this difference shows up is in emotional processing. Women are more likely to be in touch with their emotions and to value emotional connection in relationships. Men, on the other hand, can sometimes be more focused on actions and results, which can lead to misunderstandings when it comes to communication. In my early 20s, I didn't fully understand these differences. I try to approach relationships with women the same way I'd approach business deals or friendships. Logical, efficient, and problem-solving. That never worked. And I quickly realized that when I treated women like they were just like me, I missed out on the deeper emotional aspects of what they were really looking for. Emotion plays a huge role in how women think and make decisions. This is something I learned the hard way. I remember one particular instance with a girl I was dating early in my life. I was trying to solve a problem she had with work, offering my logical advice and giving her solutions. But what she needed at that moment wasn't a solution. It was support, understanding, and empathy. She wanted me to listen, to validate her emotions, not just fix things. That's when I learned that women often value emotional connection more than solutions. They seek empathy and understanding in a way that's much more emotional than logical. When you learn to recognize that, it can change everything. Women don't always need you to have the answer. They need to know that you're present, that you care, and that you understand. Understanding this about female psychology helped me start listening more actively and engaging with women on a deeper emotional level. Instead of rushing to offer advice or trying to fix problems, I learned to ask questions, show empathy, and let her express herself fully. Now let's talk about attraction. This is an area where a lot of men misunderstand female psychology. There's a popular misconception that women are only attracted to men based on looks or superficial traits. And while physical appearance does play a role, it's not the deciding factor for long-term attraction. What women are really attracted to is confidence. Confidence is often seen as the most powerful tool in attracting women. But it's not just about being bold or brash. It's about having a quiet, unshakable confidence that comes from within. A confidence that says, I am enough. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. But there's another element to this that many men overlook. Women are also attracted to men who can make them feel something. Emotional highs, excitement, and that feeling of being swept off their feet. I can tell you from personal experience, the moments when I was able to make a woman feel excited, cherished, and emotionally engaged were the moments when attraction deepened. One thing I learned early on was that it's not always about impressing women with grand gestures or trying to stand out in a crowd. Sometimes it's the small, thoughtful actions that make the biggest difference. It could be remembering something important she said, showing up when she needs you, or simply being there without expecting anything in return. When it comes down to it, women want security, both emotional and physical. They want a man who is stable, confident, and has a clear sense of purpose. And let me tell you, this is not something you can fake. Women are incredibly perceptive when it comes to reading energy, and they can spot insecurity or desperation from a mile away. That was another hard lesson I had to learn. There was a time when I was desperate to prove my worth to women, thinking that if I just showed them how good I was or how much I could offer, they'd be impressed. But women aren't impressed by men who are desperate for validation. Instead, they're drawn to men who are self-assured, who have a strong sense of who they are and where they're going in life. Once I started focusing on improving myself, not for the sake of impressing women, but because I wanted to be the best version of myself, everything changed. I wasn't trying to earn their approval. I was focused on becoming the kind of man who could build a lasting, meaningful connection, and that shift in mindset made all the difference. So now we're at the crux of everything we've discussed so far, the number one secret to understanding female psychology. After everything we've covered, the biological differences, emotional needs, the true nature of attraction, and what women really want, it all boils down to one central idea. Here's the secret. The one thing that will give you the edge in truly understanding how women think, feel, and respond to you. Become a man who is emotionally aware, confident, and self-sufficient. Being emotionally aware means understanding your own emotions, being in touch with them, and knowing how to manage them. This is absolutely essential for connecting with women. If you're not aware of your own feelings, how can you understand hers? Here's the thing. Women, like all people, want someone who can meet them on an emotional level. Women are emotional creatures, and that's not a weakness. It's a strength. But it can be a challenge for many men, especially those who aren't emotionally in tune with themselves. I've been there, struggling to process emotions or even understand what I was feeling. I wasn't emotionally aware, and that made my relationship superficial. I'd try to solve problems instead of engaging with my partner's emotions. And when a woman shared her feelings with me, I'd often shut down or avoid it. This never led to anything meaningful. When I began to understand my own emotions, my relationship started to deepen. I stopped avoiding emotional conversations, and I started to actively listen, validate feelings, and connect. Women want to know you're present, that you're emotionally available. When you show you're capable of handling emotions, both yours and theirs, it builds trust and a deeper connection. This one is crucial. Confidence is attractive, but let's clarify. Confidence is not about arrogance or trying to act like someone you're not. Confidence is a quiet, steady assurance that comes from within. It's knowing who you are, what you stand for, and being okay with not needing anyone's validation. Women are instinctively attracted to men who exude this kind of confidence. And it's not just about looks or success, it's about the way you carry yourself. I've learned that when you're confident, you communicate that you are self-sufficient, emotionally, mentally, and even financially. You have your life in order, you know your worth, and you don't need to chase validation. But here's the thing. Confidence isn't something you can fake for long. Women can sense when you're not genuinely confident. And they're not just looking for a guy who can stand tall in a room. They're looking for someone who can stand tall when life gets tough. Over the years, I've learned that the most attractive trait in a man is not his ability to flaunt his achievements, but his ability to remain grounded, calm, and confident in all circumstances. When I became less concerned about impressing people, especially women, and more concerned with just being myself, everything changed. Women started responding differently because they could sense I wasn't trying to win them over. I was simply offering my best self. Confidence also means handling rejection well. Women will test you, sometimes not intentionally, and sometimes they won't respond the way you want. But a confident man doesn't let rejection define him. He moves on, learns from the experience, and keeps improving. This is the game changer. Self-sufficiency goes hand in hand with emotional awareness and confidence, but it's about independence. financially, emotionally, and mentally. A man who is self-sufficient doesn't rely on anyone to feel whole. He is able to build a life on his own, pursue his passions, and not have his worth tied to the approval of others, especially women. I know from personal experience that women can feel this self-sufficiency. It's magnetic because they see that you're a man who is capable of being in a relationship, but you're not dependent on it to feel fulfilled. You have your own goals, your own ambitions, and you're not looking for someone to complete you. This doesn't mean you have to be financially rich or have everything figured out, but it does mean that you're working on building yourself into the kind of man who can handle his own problems, make his own decisions, and keep growing. And the more self-sufficient you become, the more women will see you as a leader, not someone who's just looking for someone to take care of it. I've had relationships where I was emotionally dependent, and it was always a struggle. I'd get anxious if I didn't hear from her. I'd seek constant validation, and I'd feel insecure. But as I became more self-sufficient in my emotional state and my life in general, I realized how much more powerful and attractive that made me. I didn't need her to make me feel good about myself. I was already confident in who I was. Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably asking, how does this actually change the way women think about me? How does this apply in real life? Well, let's put it all together. When you become emotionally aware, you understand your own feelings and how to handle her emotions, which helps you connect on a deeper level. When you develop real quiet confidence, women are drawn to your calm assurance and emotional stability. When you become self-sufficient, you exude the independence that makes you feel whole, and women appreciate your ability to stand on your own 2 feet. This isn't about becoming perfect or being some sort of alpha male stereotype. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about showing women that you are a man who's in control of his emotions, confident in his skin, and doesn't rely on anyone else to define him. Once you make these changes in your life, it'll not only help you understand female psychology on a deeper level, but it'll also shift the dynamic between you and the women you meet. Instead of focusing on trying to get women, you'll naturally attract them by being the best man you can be. And that, my friends, is the #1 secret to understanding female psychology. When you embody this mindset, women will feel it and they'll respect you for it. It's not about tricks or techniques. It's about becoming the type of man who naturally gets the respect, attention, and love he deserves. If you want to start your journey toward becoming this kind of man, the kind of man who truly understands female psychology, I've got the tools to help you get there. Check out the links in the description for the Titan Toolbox, where you'll find ebooks and courses designed to help you level up in every area of your life: dating, relationships, self-improvement, and more. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. This is just the beginning of your journey to becoming a true Titan, so let's get started. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.